Hey, what's up, everybody? Roadblock here. So I was just talking to somebody in guild chat just now about Scarab Boss, and kind of came up with an idea to make a video and kind of show my team because I really feel like my team is kind of a cheese almost. I mean, it's a relatively weak team now. I actually just finished Doom Tower today on normal. I haven't progressed that far in hard this week or this rotation yet. Obviously, I will be tomorrow, but so I'm not able to show you what this build looks like on hard, but it can do hard. I know in the past I've definitely beat Scarab Boss. Takes a lot longer, but it's pretty easy and it's a pretty inexpensive comp to make. So let's go back to normal and I'll kind of show you the comp and the breakdown of them. So this is the hardest possible difficulty that I can do Scarab Boss on right now. Um, so a couple of things that you'll notice. Actually, this isn't even the team I would fully use. I would actually probably take Cold Heart out of this team. Let's go over the boss guide a little bit. So, Scarab Boss, he attacks everybody. He'll put an extra hit if you have no shield buff, and that extra hit will provoke you. So you want to make sure you have shields. Attack all enemies, places an extra hit on each enemy for each buff on the target. Each extra hit steals one random buff from enemies that have no shields. So you want to have shields. The key is having shields. Also can place a true fear if you have buffs stolen. So again, if you have shields, you don't get feared. And then this is kind of the biggest thing that slows people down. So decreases the damage received according to how much his max HP has been destroyed. So if he's fully um, if he's full health, he basically decreases damage received by 90%. So you want to take down his max HP as soon as possible. And then here is the other kicker. He counterattacks when attacked by an enemy that has no shield buff. So if you attack him without a shield, he then throws out his A1, which has a chance to taunt you. And then you're just in this, then you can't put shields on your team. So you're just in this endless rotation of taunts, right? Um, and that sucks. You don't want that. You don't want this endless rotation of taunts. So, how do you get around that? Well, a couple of things that I do for my team. So, you'll see I'm rocking a level 50 here. I'm rocking a level 50 epic that probably doesn't even have that great of gear on her. Um, and the main reason is because she does great shields. I for whatever reason, I know it's Melga. Yeah, there we go. I couldn't remember her full name. So Melga Steel Girdle. So I come in right away in a bolster set. This will help keep her alive, but also brings her in right away with the shield. But this is one of the keys to this run right here. It's the Blood Shield ring. Okay, gives wearer shield worth 5% of damage dealt after attacking. So it says after attacking, but that's actually wrong. So when she attacks, the shield gets applied before she lands the hit. What that means is that if you put these rings on any of the characters, um, whenever they use their A1, they put a shield on themselves, which means that they won't trigger the counterattack, which means they won't get taunted. And then that means that she can then use her abilities. So why do I bring her? She places a shield buff on all allies equal to 20% of her max HP and a continual heal. So the continual heal will keep everyone alive. The shield will mitigate the boss effects. And she's only level 50, but she's an HP based champion, so she comes in at 56,000 HP. So even though she's only 50, she has served my purposes. The other hero that I would bring in for this is a legendary, much higher. Honestly, I've probably just never swapped her into this kind of lower level Doom Tower. I would use her for sure on the higher level, and that's my Valkyrie. So, for her A2 on a 3-turn cooldown places a shield buff on all allies for 3 turns and a counter attack on all allies for 2 turns. The value of the shield and the damage inflicted are proportional to this champion's defense. She has really high defense, 5,000. I've had it higher than this. I've lowered it because I actually tried to get her into kind of a nuke level of of ability, but that didn't work out so well. So I've kind of reverted some of those changes. But originally I had her in. I was trying to put her in like a sneaky DPS build, but it was less effective than I wanted to be, so I swapped it back out. But now she doesn't have the Blood Shield ring, but um, she doesn't really need it. The shields that get put out are so strong. But if need be, you could throw. I don't have a Blood Shield ring to put on her, which is why she doesn't have one. So then let's look at my Ultimate Death Knight. Death Knight. Now, Ultimate Death Knight was built way back in the day, when you could still get bolster procs off of any champion. You didn't need accuracy. Now, a lot of you may have accuracy on your Death Knight. That's fine, but I built Death Knight for a very specific reason, and that was high resistance for um, Iron Twins. He would just do Iron Twins. He would put bolster. The bolster would burn down the boss, and he would just tank it. And he would never get the debuff that Iron Twins place. I've never upgraded his gear since then, and he's still just fine. Because of his kit. His kit is just really good. But the main reason I bring him, shield and continuous heal. Value of the shield is proportional to his defense. So his defense is 5,390, very similar to Valkyrie. So he's bringing out a lot of shields. So I've got shields from Melga. I've got shields from um, Ultimate Death Knight. I'd probably put Valkyrie in place of Coldheart. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Well, let's do that. Let's just put Valkyrie in place of Coldheart and see how it works. I usually bring my Mishinaki just because he's my best champion. His HP burn on his A1 can get applied consistently, does a lot of damage. He gets a lot of attacks in with using his A3 and the Hex buff. He brings decreased attack and decreased defense. I need him to bring both because my Ultimate Death Knight usually doesn't land his decreased attack because he doesn't have any accuracy. And then there's the key to my entire build right here, and that is Armiger. You're going to say, now, again, I've already made a video, guys, talking about how you're all sleeping on Armiger. I'm telling you, build an Armiger. You won't regret it. You will find use for him, especially if you don't have an Allure or, I mean, maybe you don't need him anymore with Newt coming out, right? But Armiger's a great champion. I'm not going to go into it too much beyond that. But I have him in a Destroy set. So I have him in a Destroy set because he destroys enemy max HP by 40% of the damage dealt. And he has an HP-based ability. So this is based on enemy max HP and his defense. He's a defense-based champion, so he has a high amount of defense. It could be higher. It's only 2,850, but he's a common. You know, he's not a legendary, so it's not going to be anything too crazy. And then here is the ring. The Blood Shield ring gives so every time he attacks, he gets a shield. I'm just checking. This is the revenge one, right? Yeah, we don't want that one. And that's another revenge one. So yeah, every time he attacks, he gets shield. Now you may not have one of these rings available to use, but if you do, I highly recommend you put it on any champion that you're gonna bring for Scarab Boss because when they get taunted and they go to attack, they'll shield themselves. So as long as, like, every time, and you'll see it here, I'll slow it down and show you guys. But yeah, this would be my recommended build. Replacements for Mishinaki, honestly, I could probably do Geomancer. Geomancer's just good everywhere. I can't remember. Does he have I think, yeah, he's not immune to turn meter reduction either, which is part of the reason why you bring Armiger. So Armiger, it's not just good because you can just throw a destroy set on him. It's good because he also reduces turn meter. I'm pretty sure. We're going to find that out. Let's get started here. I'll leave it on auto to get through the waves. Hopefully these waves will go quick. Yeah, they'll go fine. But as you can see, just starting out, I mean, most of this is bolster shield, but that's a lot of shields that they have, right? Melga also has like a small debuff on her A1. That's not, you know, a huge reason why to bring her or anything like that. She's only in this build because she was the only like big shield champion I had way back when I first started progressing this boss. She might not hold up in Doom Tower hard as a 50, but thus far she's held up great. So we'll leave it on. I do want to slow it down a little bit and see. Yeah, see, decreased turn meter. So he did lose turn meter. Yep, she decreases turn meter as well and brings shields, which is why Valkyrie's so good here. So you get the decreased turn meter and you get the big shield. We'll speed it back up here. So, and then there's the decreased max HP. Now he's doing a lot more damage here than he would on the higher level difficulty, so this is going to go faster than what you would probably expect to see on hard. I think my last kill on hard was probably uh, 10 minutes or so, if not 15. So, you know, but there's his attack. Everyone had shields, and they're counterattacking, but no one got taunted, and boom, that proc was him destroying and getting him to the next level. So now he takes more damage. One of the reasons you want to bring HP burns or poisons, those do work around the damage debuff, or at least that's what they said on other content creator videos. They've said like, oh yeah, if you bring HP burn and poisons, then that doesn't get mitigated by the shield. It might be just HP burn. I don't remember. However, you still run into the other issues of buff steals and all that kind of stuff. The other reason I bring Mishinaki, you're not going to see him get the ability off here, but his A3 also removes buffs from the enemy. So in a second, once he gets the cooldown, he can remove that buff from the champion. He probably won't because he's in a taunt cycle now. But notice that my UDK is not getting taunted. And so now UDK puts the shield up. Everyone's going to take their turns and not get hit with the debuff. Yeah, so a slight glitch in the plan there. But now everybody has their shield back. I want to see if I can slow this down and see if I can show you the ring. But I need somebody to lose their shields all the way. All right, here we go. All right, so let's slow this down just a little bit. Oh, she got feared. He's probably going to get feared, but if he gets his attack off, you'll see that he'll get a shield. Oh, sorry, that's who it was. See that little shield? That tiny little shield? That's the Blood Shield ring. I know it looked like a little tiny sliver, but that's all you need. That's all you need. So now the shield comes out from Melga. Let's go back up to fast. We're probably going to kill him now, so we're going to have the shield debuffs. But I don't know if you saw that tiny little shield that popped up. That was from the Blood Shield ring. Yeah, and then there he is. He's dead. So, obviously, again, this is floor 100, normal. This isn't hard, but Armiger has been in every one of my kills of Scarab King in a destroy set. Because there aren't that many champions that have destroy enemy max HP built into their kit. So without that built into their kit, you have to use the destroy set in order to beat this boss. Otherwise, it's going to take forever. Yes, you can do burns. Yes, you can do poisons to work your way around it. It still takes a long time for those things to tick off, right? And you have to be able to survive a lot longer, which increases the gear requirement. By throwing a destroy set, which is a gear set that I used to just auto sell, by saving up a couple of pieces of destroy set, which is probably why, honestly, thinking about it, that's why he doesn't have a lot of defense, because I just threw 4 random pieces. They're not like optimized pieces for Armiger, specifically just to be able to kill this boss. Decreases HP, then he burns down pretty quick. Blood shield rings and shields. Those are pretty much the secrets. So you can still fail and get caught in a nasty rotation like that, but eventually, especially with a high resist character like Ultimate Death Knight, you'll eventually work your way out of it. So that's why like Blood Shield Ring on Melga is really kind of the secret weapon, because if everyone else, obviously Armiger can never get into too much of a rotation like that, but if Melga starts to get into a taunt cycle, when she goes to attack, she puts the shield on herself and then she loses that debuff, the taunt debuff. So then eventually when her shield becomes off cooldown, she can use it. So she only has the shield and her A1, so she just can. That's probably why she kept A1ing, even though she should have got rid of the taunt buff. Um, but yeah, that's about it. So just wanted to kind of show that to you guys real quick. Definitely consider an Armiger in a destroy set. If you really are anti-Armiger and want to find somebody else, there are other characters you can bring that you can get. Obviously, if you're looking for decrease or destroy enemy max HP, one of the first one that's going to come to mind is going to be Dark Alhaine. She was my original option. Her A1 destroys enemy max HP by 30% of the damage inflicted. She was one of my first considerations, but Armiger in the destroy set just works so much better for me, and the way that, because she's an attack based champion, she's harder to keep alive in that scenario, and at the time I didn't have a lot of other characters that could bring shield, and then the rest of her kit isn't really useful because there's no freeze and anything like that. But she is a champion that you will all get for free just for logging in. So she is a good option if you don't have Armiger. And she does have other uses elsewhere in the game. But for me, Armiger has more uses than her in the game. And so I felt like I would go with Armiger. And I just put him in a destroy set because I got tired of losing that fight. And it worked. And I've never looked back. So I hope that helps. I hope that's something that'll help you guys progress through your Doom Towers, both hard and normal. If I remember, I'll try to take a screenshot because I think this is going to be Scarab Boss tomorrow. So I'll try and take a screenshot of the progression I have there. All right. Well, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, any videos you'd like to see me make, post them in the Discord. Post a comment on this video. I try to read any of the comments. Like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. I usually make these videos just for my clan, but I'm starting to branch out to other people. I'm going to have face cam here shortly. I'm kind of contemplating if I want to do it or not. So if you want to see me with a face cam, let me know. I'll probably have to take this banner off too. But anyways, if you have any comments, any suggestions, let me know in the comments. Have a great rest of your night.